Previously on The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. With the entire gang saved, our heroes set out to free Hyrule Castle. Normally, I would put a joke here about how I took long because of dangling keys, but after meeting with the ASMR spirit in a surprising turn of events, I actually went where I was supposed to go. We arrived inside Stilled Hyrule Town, and to be honest, the entire section looks like it was made inside Superluminal. Like the rift just extended. Why are the houses doing cartwheels? After entering the castle and playing hide and seek with the guards,
hello there.
We find an Echo of Ganon, which is only scary because that means there is someone with the same powers as me. Link also appears at Aura Farms by parrying the boss with a literal stick. With this fight out of the way and my timbers officially shivered, we learn that the evil forces we are fighting against are after the Prime Energy. That is right, everyone, the Paul brothers are at it again. Soon we may face the titans of Feastables and Lunchley. Will we beat our unknown enemy in the race to the Prime Energy, or are we already too far behind? Find out today! Ah yes, the lands of Hyrule. So beautiful, so tranquil. It makes me want to whip my hair back and forth. That is right, everyone. Our new fit symbolizes our new ascension from vigilante to legal vigilante. Now, I know I mentioned in the beginning that I actually was staying on track for the story, but alas, it is time for that to change. I have ignored the keys for far too long, and also, I am running out of smoothies. Our little grind takes us all the way down to the Gerudo Desert, where we begin a multitude of different tasks that require us to use our placeable water, collect acorns, and explore the new rifts that have opened up. We even explore enough to see our favorite stamp enthusiast.
Oh, I love doing this.
Well, hello there, friend. You have been doing a fantastic job collecting all the stamps from my little spots across Hyrule. Since you just filled out that card, how about I give you another one? There are only a few left over, so by all means, collect away. Till next time, friend. 1, 2, 3, go! Step rally!
He may not appear in every single video, but he is by far my favorite character, literally ever. Other than a new stamp card, we also get a hint as to where we are heading. With the power of our water blocks, we move along and enter the land of the Elden Volcano. As they say, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step, and mine was to teleport to the actual beginning of the mountain, somehow go in the opposite direction, make our way to the forest, which I am supposed to visit at the end of the game, find an echo of an enemy that was too expensive to spawn in, proceed to try and grind out my abilities so I could use this summon, save my horse from a rift in the process, and help this guy.
Hey, thanks for getting the key back from that damn sky rat. The name's Dumpy. You should pass by my shop later. I'm somewhat of an automaton inventor, if you must know. It's in the middle of nowhere, so I'll mark it on your map.
With yet another side quest unlocked, I kinda just shrugged and kept on trucking along. After getting enough of the shards to spawn in this guy, we finally are ready to move on. Our travels before we go back to the volcano consist of exploring literally every corner of the map, other than the actual points where I would have been able to move along with the story. With all of that finally done, it is time to move back to Elden Volcano and resume our quest to secure the Prime Energy. Welcome everyone to Elden Volcano. I wonder if they sell any rings here. I promise I'm doing Elden Ring this year. The best way to describe this area is like a 3-level impel down. That is right, I made a One Piece reference. I am back on the grind. The first level is a quaint little town where we can upgrade our gear and purchase items for the journey ahead. The next area is the foot of the mountain, which we climb up just like one would in a peak game. Climb, we encounter fiery slugs, rifts, and water that heals us. Within one of the rifts, we meet this burning piece of You know those memes that go like the boss when I fight them versus the boss when I play them? This Yap Yap reject is a perfect example of that. Later on in the game, he is pretty much a flying space heater. Finally, after all the trials and tribulations, we reach the first story point where I then decide to teleport and make my way back to Dampe's hideout. I'm sorry for story baiting you.
Hey there, I'm glad you made it. Now this may look like a simple workshop, but I promise you, it is much more than that. This is a true artist's den. I do not simply make automatons, I create art automatons. If you get the stuff I have written down in that notebook, I will make you some spectacular creations. Now enough of this yammering, it's time to get hammering.
Needless to say, I spent a solid 20 minutes sorting through my vast inventory and creating as many machines as I could. With that out of the way, now we can continue the story and find out what is happening at the volcano.
Oh, thank goodness! Are you here to help get rid of the rift? Our chief got trapped inside and we can't afford to not have our leader right now. If there is any way you could help us, stranger, we would be grateful.
Mining away. I don't know what to mine. I'll mine this anyway.
What happened? I came to check out what was happening with the rift, and then I don't know.
Ask her. She is the one that saved you from the rift.
Oh, hey, what's your name? Well, thanks for your help, Zelda. Has anyone here seen Elder Gold or Elder Sylv? What to do? I have to check the slate. Nugget number 32. Don't stop when it's go time. I'll save them, everyone. Don't worry.
Well, he seems like quite the capable fellow. I too have a list with random instructions that leads to videos being put on the channel and also everything else I do with my existence. This area is home to a few new shops, but it seems that the chief and his advisors are out for the day. There really isn't much else to do here, so I guess we should head out and start looking.
Gosh, even with the instructions from Dad, I still can't figure out how to do anything. Even with Dad's advice, I guess the problem is, I'm still just me. Oh, hey Zelda. I'm trying to find where the elders went, but I have no idea where to start. I don't mean to bother you, but could you please help me find them? I know the elders have a secret passageway to the fire temple, but we need to find them first. I know they were headed to the Rockrose Quarry in the Lizzlefoes burrow.
Well, I guess I know where we are going next. First off, we stop at the Lizzlefoes burrow where we find Elder Sylv hiding because of a new species of Lizzlefoes, which just turned out to be echoes. I'm going to be honest, it is really hard to have a tough battle narrative when for most of the fights I threw this thing and like a Beyblade, let it rip.
Okay. Nugget number 8. Don't look down, look up. Aha! There are a lot of them, but based on the cave structure and my current weight and speed, if I just... I know it! I got a few, but there are still some left. What are we gonna do?
It is quite impressive the way you two handled those Lazavos. Thank you for saving us.
Oh, it was no big deal. Elder Sylv, I have a question. Do you know anything about the secret passage that leads to the fire temple?
I'm sorry, my dear boy, I do not. Try asking Gol. That old cook might know something about it. Before you go, kid, I want to say, your father will be proud of how you handled yourself back there. I'm glad to see you are growing into a fine chief after all.
Did he say I was like my dad? That doesn't make any sense. My dad was someone people looked up to and depended on. I don't think anyone sees me in that manner.
I am not exactly a nice person, as many of my voice actors know, so I am going to opt out of giving words of comfort because I fear it will result in us losing Darston's help. Moving on, we continue exploring the Elden Volcano and eventually make our way to the Rock Roast Quarry. The problem in this section is that they are too hungry. That is legitimately not a joke. They just have a severe case of the munchies. This section, again, is not that hard because I was just a little stronger than I technically should have been. As a small note to the game design, I think it is a pretty cool fact that if you try and echo the rock roast and give it to them, they can tell that it is a fake because of the way it smells.
My goodness. That was a delicious meal. Thank you so much for your help.
I'm glad to hear you're feeling better, Elder Goal. If you're feeling up for it, could you tell me anything you know about the secret entrance to the Fire Temple?
I would love to, kid, but I'm afraid I don't know much about it. I'm sorry. Wish I could be more helpful to you. I was a little shaken by this leadership change, but you're doing a mighty fine job there, Tiny.
So he doesn't know either, huh? If only Dad were here, he would know exactly what to do. I'm just a worrywart, but I really can't do anything without that slate he left me. But you know what? I'm not ready to give up just yet. I'm not my father, but that's not a bad thing. No matter what, I want to keep everyone safe. After everything that has happened, I think it's okay if I do things my way as the chief. Let's head back to the castle and look for more clues, Zelda.
So you don't remember anything at all?
Nope, nothing at all. What about you?
If I don't remember, I don't remember. What more can I say?
Okay. So I have a question. What exactly is the path to the temple?
That's it! Darston, your father said something about blocking off the path in his room.
Now that you mention it, that does ring a bell. Maybe it was some hidden passage in the throne room.
One clue is better than no clues. Let's go check it out, Zelda. The portrait? You know, this is like one of my dad's mottos. Nugget number 34. A breakdown can lead to a breakthrough. Let's head out, Zelda. It's time we get rid of the rift.
Dear Lord, I can finally speak again. The questline for this area is so wholesome, but my god! Anyways, welcome one and all to the inside of the Elden Volcano. Remember earlier how I said this area was sort of like Impel Down? Yeah, well this would be the 4th level. Here we work together with Darston as we travel across pits of lava and solve more lava-related puzzles. We are inside the volcano. There really isn't much to say in the comedy department. Upon finishing our quest with Darston's help, we finally arrive at the rift. Welcome everyone to the next layer of Impel Down, or more accurately named the Stilled Crater. Here we solve more puzzles themed around, you guessed it, lava. I think I am beginning to sense a theme here, guys. It is almost like we are inside of a volcano. If we want to make it through this area, we are essentially going to have to win in a match of Beast Wars, and after seeing what happened to that one child,
Is the jump down there?
I do not have high hopes for us.
One eternity later.
We did it, everyone. After getting sidetracked a total of 3 separate times and jumping in the lava more times than I can count, we made it to the Elden Temple. Within this temple, we are luckily given access to the puddles that heal us, which we are definitely going to need. Inside, there are sections where we have to parkour on nothing but literal air and water because physics is truly for nerds. This temple is also one of the most dangerous in the game because it is constantly flooding with lava. Listen, I get this is a volcano-themed area, but it gets a little bit old at some point, especially because the lava is made to not only burn Zelda, but also to burn our eyes as well. We continue our way through the temple and finally arrive in a section where a mysterious figure reappears. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We are indeed fighting the hero in green. Link has returned and he is now a true Helldivers fan because for some reason he will not and cannot run out of heavy ordnance. This is a battle of attrition, but it is not your own survivability that is being tested, it's the floor. Now, this may sound like a bad situation, but you forget. I have this dude on my side, and to be honest, he kind of made the fight a wash. I genuinely cannot overstate just how much this guy carried me through a majority of the game.
Is that it?
The rest of the temple is actually not too difficult. We solved some puzzles, blew some stuff up, and even found the key to the boss door. Well, so much for this being easy. I really love this trap. It's so fun, especially since for some reason my water blocks aren't working well with the lava. Welcome everyone to the fight against the giant fire lizard. Shenron is no longer granting my wish of free Adobe Premiere Pro, and if I want to finish this video, I must defeat him. Volvagia as a fight is actually pretty cool. It is basically Whack-A-Mole Deluxe. The only difference being that there are active fireballs being shot at you the entire time, and you are also surrounded by an entire pool of lava. I actually really enjoyed how well I played this fight. I kept using little squid things and was giving them commands like I was Erwin giving his final speech. The only attack that caused any concern was the spirit bomb he would shoot out that would literally wipe out my entire mini armada. Fear not, dear viewers, for if there is one thing I have learned from all of the firefights I have been in, it is that one should always fight fire with fire because normally it works.
There we go. Good lord, yeah, this is a tough guy.
Priestess, your power has freed this land that was once swallowed by nothingness. I am the goddess Din, one of the three that created your world. In return for your heroic acts, I will grant my sanction unto you. This sanction is a symbol of your deeds. The pathway to the prime energy will only open for the one who stands before each of the three. Only two remain. Remember, priestess, your power will be your salvation. Use it wisely.
Wow, I've never been the guy that's tossed in the air before. You know, I actually regretted becoming chief before you arrived. Come back to Goron Sea whenever you feel like, Zelda, and I'll give you a proper Goron welcome. And if you ever need anything on your journey, just remember you're not friends with just any Goron. You're friends with the chief!